Yes guys, it's your boy Dan back again, doing a bit of a different video today. I was supposed to be doing a car video today, showing my car, my Audi A3, but the weather is mad outside. England's just been raining all day, so couldn't really do that today. It was grey, rainy, wet outside, so it weren't really possible. But today I'm going to be reacting to, or reading along to the first 15 minutes of the Quran. I'm not Muslim myself. I've read a bit about Islam. I know a bit about Islam. I watched the movie, was it The Creation of Islam? Really good film, about the life of the Prophet Muhammad and how Islam came into creation. Black Bilal, the whole story. It's good, found that really interesting. I myself class myself as theist. That just means someone that believes in God but has no specific religion. Because personally for me, I'm mixed race, so being mixed race, my mum's Mauritian and my dad's Jamaican. So on one side of my family, they're Hindu, and one side they are Christian, Catholic Christian. So for me, growing up, I always had a belief in God, but it was never strict to religion because I had two different religions, very polarized religions, in my life, and I found that I believed some things in some religions, maybe not some in others. So I've studied all religions. I believe different parts of Hinduism, different parts of Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Jainism, Buddhism, etc. So I've studied a lot of them. Personally, I've also been studying the Law of One for about 4 or 5 years. That really for me, that really brought everything together for me, explained the religions, explained the ancient cultures, the ancient beings that came to Earth, the angels, the pyramids, explained a lot for me. So that's something I really enjoy. But yeah, let me turn this mic around so I can record the screen as well as me. So yeah, about to listen to the first 50 minutes of the Quran, reading it off the Meaning of Islam channel. So this is Quran 1, Surah Al-Fatiha. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. The opener. Then there is number 2, Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow, which is 3 hours long, but I'm just going to listen to the first 15 minutes combining with this one and the next one. But the first 15 minutes of the Quran, the opening recitals, and see what I think of it. Let's go. Let's have a listen. Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. الحمد لله رب العالمين. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. الرحمن الرحيم. The entirely merciful, the especially merciful. مالك يوم الدين. Sovereign of the day of recompense. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. It is you we worship and you we ask for help. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Guide us to the straight path. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. The path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who have evoked your anger or of those who are astray.
Okay, it's the end of the first part. Very interesting. Let me pause it. Alright, let's pause that. Very interesting. Very interesting at first. Very similar to the Bible and the Torah. They talk of Allah, which is literal meaning of God, just means God in Arabic. I know a lot of people make that mistake and they think Allah is the name of God, like some people call God Jehovah or Adonai or Yahweh. It's not the name of God. This is just it just means God in Arabic. Very interesting at first. Very, as I said, very similar to the Bible and Torah in the way they describe God and dedication to the teaching of the Quran. Yeah, but let's continue. Surah 2, Surat Al-Baqarah, which is the calf, baby cow. Let's go. Quality is not great on this one, but still readable.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Alif Lam Mim. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. This is the book about which there is no doubt, a guidance for those conscious of Allah. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Who believe in the unseen, establish prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them. والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون. And who believe in what has been revealed to you, O Muhammad, and what was revealed before you, and of the hereafter they are certain in faith. أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. Those are upon right guidance from their Lord, and it is those who are the successful. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. Indeed, those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them whether you warn them or do not warn them. They will not believe. ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. Allah has set a seal upon their hearts and upon their hearing, and over their vision is a veil, and for them is a great punishment. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين. And of the people are some who say, we believe in Allah and the last day, but they are not believers. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون. They think to deceive Allah and those who believe, but they deceive not except themselves and perceive it not. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون. In their hearts is disease, so Allah has increased their disease, and for them is a painful punishment because they habitually used to lie. وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. it is said to them, "Do not cause corruption on the earth," they say, "We are but reformers."
ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون.
Unquestionably, it is they who are the corrupters, but they perceive it not.
وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا أنؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ألا إنهم هم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون. أنهم هم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون.
And when it is said to them, "Believe as the people have believed," they say, "Should we believe as the foolish have believed?" Unquestionably, it is they who are the foolish, but they know it not.
وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون.
And when they meet those who believe, they say, "We believe." But when they are alone with their evil ones, they say, "Indeed, we are with you. We were only mockers."
الله يستهزئ بهم ويمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون.
But Allah mocks them and prolongs them in their transgression while they wander blindly.
أولئك الذين اشتروا الضلالة بالهدى فما ربحت تجارتهم وما كانوا مهتدين.
Those are the ones who have purchased error in exchange for guidance, so their transaction has brought no profit, nor were they guided.
مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله ذهب الله بنورهم.
Just pause it quickly to say, enjoying it so far. It's very similar to the Bible and Torah in the fact that they say stuff about deny thy God is, it's great. Never deny God. It's a great sin to deny thy God. God will leave you in the dark if you deny the existence of God. So, yep, good so far.
ذهب الله بنورهم وتركهم في ظلمات لا يبصرون.
Their example is that of one who kindled a fire, but when it illuminated what was around him, Allah took away their light and left them in darkness so they could not see.
صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون.
Deaf, dumb, and blind, so they will not return to the right path.
أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم من الصواعق حذر الموت والله محيط بالكافرين.
Or it is like a rainstorm from the sky within which is darkness, thunder, and lightning. They put their fingers in their ears against the thunderclaps in dread of death. But Allah is encompassing of the disbelievers.
يكاد البرق يخطف أبصارهم كلما أضاء لهم مشوا فيه وإذا أظلم عليهم قاموا ولو شاء الله لذهب بسمعهم وأبصارهم إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
The lightning almost snatches away their sight. Every time it lights the way for them, they walk therein. But when darkness comes over them, they stand still. And if Allah had willed, he would have taken away their hearing and their sight. Indeed, Allah is over all things competent.
يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
O mankind, worship your Lord who created you and those before you, that you may become righteous.
الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا.
Again, a lot of similarities to the biblical teachings, how, God laid out the world, first made the heavens, then the earth, then man and the beasts, and man has dominion over the beasts. I'm sure that is coming next. Very similar. I know it was the angel Gabriel or Jibril in Arabic language. It's called Jibril, but the angel Gabriel in the Bible, who also went to Mary and Luke in the Bible, is the one that was said to deliver the Quran to Muhammad. And I do agree that this is a miracle in itself. The fact that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was an illiterate man, so-called illiterate man, could not read or write, and he was able to close his eyes and deliver this whole Quran, the whole book, word of God, and someone would write it all down, and it all came out like this, in a poetic, such a poetic way, so much detail. And the fact that the same angel from Christianity, or one of the angels from Christianity, delivered this, I guess, is one of the reasons why there's so many similarities drawn between the creation of the heavens and the earth, the sky, space, the land, humans, animals. So yeah, let's carry on.
فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون.
He who made for you the earth a bed spread out, and the sky a ceiling, and sent down from the sky rain, and brought forth thereby fruits as a provision for you. So do not attribute to Allah equals while you know that there is nothing similar to him.
وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين.
And if you are in doubt about what we have sent down upon our servant Muhammad, then produce a surah, the like thereof, and call upon your witnesses other than Allah, if you should be truthful.
I'm just going to pause it there. I'm not sure what surah means. I'm just going to look that up. Surah. Also, very interesting that they use our, so the angels are talking as if they are one in the company of God, our, all us angels, and God as one being, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Surah, a soft-twilled silk fabric used in dressmaking. No. Surah is a chapter of the Quran. 114 surahs in the Quran, each divided into ayahs, the chapter of surahs. So surah is just a chapter in the Quran. Which confirms the greatness of God. Okay. So surah is just a chapter in the Quran. Okay. So they're saying produce the words of the Quran from yourself and call your witnesses upon it if you are truthful. Okay, I see. I understand. Let's continue.
فإن لم تفعلوا ولن تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين.
But if you do not, and you will never be able to, then fear the fire, whose fuel is men and stones, prepared for the disbelievers.
وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار كلما رزقوا منها من ثمرة رزقا قالوا هذا الذي رزقنا من قبل وأتوا به متشابها ولهم فيها أزواج مطهرة وهم فيها خالدون.
And give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens in paradise beneath which rivers flow. Whenever they are provided with a provision of fruit therefrom, they will say, "This is what we were provided with before," and it is given to them in likeness, and they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally.
إن الله لا يستحيي.
So we have the first, I think this is the first, maybe it's not the first, but an early mention of paradise, heaven, similar to Christianity, the heaven and hell concept. Whether that's a strict heaven and hell as we understand it in a Christian sense, or whether that's something else we shall have to get into as we listen on.
أن يضرب مثلا ما بعوضة فما فوقها فأما الذين آمنوا فيعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وأما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا يضل به كثيرا ويهدي به كثيرا وما يضل به إلا الفاسقين.
Indeed, Allah is not timid to present an example, that of a mosquito, or what is smaller than it. And those who have believed know that it is the truth from their Lord. But as for those who disbelieve, they say, "What did Allah intend by this as an example?" He misleads many thereby, and guides many thereby. And he misleads not, except the defiantly disobedient.
That's really interesting, actually. So it says any sign by God may be as small as a mosquito, and it's designed so that it does mislead any, but those who truly believe will see the truth and the greatness in what has been shown. So it's designed so that there are people who will be misled by it, and there are people who will find belief in it. So it's all about belief and your true belief in God. It's interesting.
الذين ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يوصل ويفسدون في الأرض أولئك هم الخاسرون.
Who break the covenant of Allah after contracting it, and sever that which Allah has ordered to be joined, and cause corruption on earth. It is those who are the losers.
كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون.
That is really interesting. To me, okay, how can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and He brought you back to life? Then He will cause you to die. Then He will bring you back to life to live again, to reincarnate, and then to Him you will be returned after death again. I mean, I have to look into it more. I know traditionally Islamic faith teaches the last day. We will wait for the last day till we are judged, and then heaven, hell. But is that open to interpretation? I don't know. I don't mean to cause offence to anyone. I'm literally reading it word for word. You can see the Quran word right in front of me. But I'll listen on and maybe I'll get a more of a understanding. And yes, I know the fundamental teaching of Islam on paradise and not, so don't have to get at me for that, alright?
How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were lifeless and He brought you to life? Then He will cause you to die. Then He will bring you back to life, and then to Him you will be returned.
هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسواهن سبع سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم.
It is He who created for you all of that which is on the earth. Then He directed Himself to the heaven, His being above all creation, and made them 7 heavens, and He is knowing of all things.
7 heavens. That is very, very, very interesting. 7 heavens. If you studied the law of one, they talk about 7 densities or 7 dimensions of existence. They say that we're currently in the 3rd density of existence here on Earth. And there's 8 densities altogether, but the first density, it's a bit long to explain, but they talk about 7 densities, 7 dimensions, 7 realms of existence, so that is very interesting. That is very interesting.
وإذ قال ربك للملائكة إني جاعل في الأرض خليفة قالوا أتجعل فيها من يفسد فيها ويسفك الدماء ونحن نسبح بحمدك ونقدس لك قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون.
And mention, O Muhammad, when your Lord said to the angels, "Indeed, I will make upon the earth a successive authority." They said, "Will you place upon it one who causes corruption therein and sheds blood, while we declare your praise and sanctify you?" Allah said, "Indeed, I know that which you do not know."
وعلم آدم الأسماء كلها ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين.
And he taught Adam the names, all of them. Then he showed them to the angels and said, "Inform me of the names of these, if you are truthful."
قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت.
So God was saying, if you know more than me, angels, tell me the name of the corruptors who will be upon the earth. And they couldn't do it. So they're saying, exalted you are, we have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Cool.
They said, "Exalted are you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Indeed, it is you who is the knowing, the wise."
قال يا آدم أنبئهم بأسمائهم فلما أنبأهم بأسمائهم قال ألم أقل لكم إني أعلم غيب السماوات والأرض وأعلم ما تبدون وما كنتم تكتمون.
He said, "O Adam, inform them of their names." And when he had informed them of their names, he said, "Did I not tell you that I know the unseen aspects of the heavens and the earth, and I know what you reveal and what you have concealed.
وإذ قلنا للملائكة اسجدوا لآدم فسجدوا إلا.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. It's getting really, really interesting. God's created the heavens, the earth. He's placed Adam there. He's tested the angels to say, if you know what I know, tell me what I know. They were unable to tell him. So he's put the word into Adam, the creation of God, man. He's put the word into Adam, and Adam was spoke the names of the angels. You know, proving God's power and God's wisdom. And yeah, and it's getting really interesting. I mean, we're just getting to a part now which says, and when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam, that means bow before Adam. So they prostrated, except for Iblis. He refused and was arrogant and became of the disbelievers. So the angel Iblis did not wish to bow down to Adam, as he was a human. Why would he be a disbeliever though? Maybe he didn't like the fact that God put the knowledge into a human and not an angel. Maybe, I don't know, I'll have to read more. Really good at the moment. Really enjoying it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this though, because the Quran, this video is 3 hours 21 minutes, the next one's 2 hours, the next one's 2 hours, and the next one after that is 139, 153. It's a long, obviously it's the Quran. It's a long book, so, and it goes up to Quran 114. It's a long, I'm not sure how I'll do it. Maybe you guys can request chapters that you want me to listen to, or certain readings you want me to listen to and react to. We can talk about it, open a dialogue about it. Really interesting at the moment. I found the whole seven heavens thing so interesting, because that ties into so much. If you're interested in the law of one raw material, I recommend reading that. It's free to read. It talks about the 7 heavens, the 7 dimensions, the 7 densities, just as they said God created the 7 worlds, which mean there are densities above us which we cannot perceive, and which beings of higher existences or light densities which they exist within, which then ties into the whole ET thing and angels, and it all comes together. But really interesting so far. We've got angels, God teaching the angels, we've got Iblis becoming a disbeliever. I really like the poetic sound of it as well. It's really good. I can imagine at the time how it must have come across when Muhammad was reciting it in his kind of a, not trance state, because he received the message in the cave where he was meditating, and then he came down and he recited it all out while lying down, for it to come out like this as the word of God, and to be preaching the one God, the one creator, the one creation, and the law of oneness, away from the society's religion at the time, which was polytheistic kind of belief in many gods. Really good, really exciting, really enjoying it. Maybe you want to see me do a part 2. I'll listen to the next 15 minutes of the Quran. Maybe you want to recommend a chapter for me to listen to. I'm not sure. Let me know, guys. Maybe you just hate the video. I don't know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I've been your boy Dan. Peace.